in the year 2018, the High Commission will be awarding those shining stars today. You are kindly aware that Bangladesh High Commission in London has been organizing Outstanding Achievement Awards in 2006 to recognize the best talented students from the British Bangladeshi diaspora. His Excellency, the High Commissioner of Bangladesh to the UK and Member of the European Parliament, Jean Lambert MEP, to come to the stage to join the students here for the national anthems. The national anthem of Bangladesh.
Amar sonar Bangla, ami তোমায় ভালোবাসি, চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ, চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ, তোমার বাতাস আমার প্রাণে। আমার প্রাণে বাজায় বাঁশি সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি। ও মা ফাগুনে তোর আমের বনে ঘ্রাণে পাগল করে সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি। বিশ্বভাবের ছায়া গো, স্নেহ কি মায়া গো, এ আঁচল বিছায়েছ পথের মূলে, নদীর কূলে কূলে। মাতর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো, মরিহায় হায় রে মাতর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো। মাতর বদন খানি মলিন হলে আমি নয়ন, ও মা আমি নয়ন জলে ভাসি সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি।
Thank you. Now, the national anthem of the United Kingdom. Thank you. Now I'd like to request our honorable chief guest and other special guests to take their seat. Now, with the students here and with our honorable chief guest, His Excellency, the High Commissioner, and also our special guest today, we will have a group photo. Thank you, everyone. Now I'd like to move to our next stage of the program. I'd like to request our honorable guests to take their seat and all the students to go to the upper deck in the hall to your dedicated seats.
Honorable Finance Minister of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. H.M. Mustafa Kamal, MP. We are truly honored to have you here amongst us, sir. And may I request everyone to take their seats, please. Ms. Jean Lambert, MEP, Member of the European Parliament, a true friend of Bangladesh, who is here today to express solidarity with the Bangladeshi British community and the friendship between Bangladesh and the United Kingdom. The very distinguished recipients of the 2018 Outstanding Educational Achievement Award are education celebrities of this evening. Dear outstanding students, their proud parents, guardians, hardworking teachers, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon, evening to you all. And in Bengali, I say, Shobaike Shushagotomo ebong Shubho Sondha. Distinguished guests, what great privilege and pride I feel in my heart and in my chest today as High Commissioner for Bangladesh to the United Kingdom, to welcome every distinguished person in this room to the Bangladesh High Commission, London, Outstanding Education Achievement Award 2018. For all of you who are first-timers to this program, and that includes our distinguished Honorable Minister of Finance from Bangladesh, I would like to reaffirm that today's award ceremony is undoubtedly the flagship and signature celebrity annual event of this High Commission. As we take the initiative and get the opportunity to recognize, award, and celebrate and showcase the most meritorious of young women and men from our very vibrant Bangladeshi British diaspora, deeply enrooted here in the United Kingdom. We are gathered here, therefore, full of gratification and delight to confer an award of recognition and a certificate of merit to nearly 100 extraordinary British students of Bangladeshi ethnic descent from all over the UK in acknowledgement of their outstanding academic feat in the 2018 GCSE and A-level examinations. My warmest congratulations and special and wholehearted welcome to you all the distinguished awardees of this year. It gives me so much pleasure to acknowledge that your academic heights have been truly overwhelming and remarkably brilliant this year, as I gathered that about 80% of you have achieved 10 A stars with 8 and 9 grades, while the balanced 20% have achieved even higher A stars in at least 12 subjects in the GCSE exams of 2018, the highest merit in the maximum numbers of subjects possible in the United Kingdom. Big clap to that. It is also overwhelming that amongst the A-level recipients this year, 30% have achieved 3 or 4 straight A's in their A-levels, and the balance at least 3 A's and all 4 A's. How simply brilliant. A big hand to them as well. It is a pity that today, the Education Minister of the UK, Mr. Nick Gibb, he had committed to come. He was confirmed he was going to come for 1.5 hours and give some of you some of the awards. We had quite a few members of the Parliament who were supposed to come. However, today there's a vote at the Parliament, and the whip has stopped all of them from leaving the Parliament House. So you can't trust them. Don't become politicians. Anyway, today I also feel such delight to recognize the relentless hard work of all the proud parents, teachers, guardians, and families of our superstar academic performers, and congratulate them too on the astounding educational attainments of their sons and daughters. What a gratifying year it must have been for all of you to have brought up such sparks of merit in the family and in the schools. May I express my profound gratitude in particular to Mr. A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal, Honorable Finance Minister, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, who was in transit from Marrakesh to the Washington, D.C. for a meeting at the World Bank, but I'm so honored that at my request, he's agreed to be here this evening as our chief guest in his short transit in London. Let's give him a big hand. The Bangladeshi British diaspora in the United Kingdom. People who stepped into this country, the Great Britain, during the British Empire and the post-Empire era, have done exceptionally well in contributing to the political, economic, social, and cultural fabric of this nation, especially in the mainstream British life. Their excelling engagements in Britain's growth, prosperity, and national image building are manifest in their presence in British Parliament, in the vibrant curry industry, the Old Bailey, in the British justice system, in the British financial institutions and banks, in top universities, in medical science and the NHS, in the UK's civil and public service, as well as diplomatic services, in the media and the entertainment industry, private sector and businesses, and in so many more spheres of British life. Our enterprising and vibrant Bangladeshi British diaspora make us, the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the people of Bangladesh, and us at the High Commission, very, very proud. We're extremely proud of you. And doesn't it make us doubly and triply proud when we see your third and fourth generations, young Bangladeshi British men and women, excelling at the very top of UK's merit lists in the GCSE and A-level examinations every year? It is said that the British took away the most famous diamond called Kohinoor from the Indian Empire back in those British Raj days. But the real jewels in the British crown could indeed be the outstanding academic achievers outshining the Kohinoor in its excellence and brilliance. And we call you our jewel in the crown. I'm very happy to have amongst us some of the role model Bangladeshi British young professionals as inspirational speakers who will, I hope, inspire our outstanding achievers to aim even higher in life than what they have achieved. We have the first president, Bangladeshi British president of the Oxford University Student Union, a young lady. A young managing director from the Barclays Bank, a young Bangladeshi British achiever, professional. A Bangladeshi descent, the first Bangladeshi descent woman judge at the UK court. She's here amongst us. The third Bangladeshi British Queen's Counsel, or QC, and the highest British award receiver in neuroscience. That particular scientist is also amongst us today. We are so proud to have them. Let's give them a big hand. Dear outstanding education achievers, this is the 13th consecutive year that Bangladesh High Commission in London is honored to award the top meritorious students and young people from among the vibrant British Bangladesh diaspora living in the United Kingdom. The High Commission takes enormous pride in our young Bangladeshi British talents and hope to see you grow into eminent British citizens in your own professional spheres, in your own home country, Great Britain. We also remain committed to connecting you with your ancestral roots in Bangladesh and encourage you to act as young ambassadors, building bridges of friendship, connectivity, business, education, culture, and so much more between our two friendly nations of Bangladesh and Great Britain. Bangladesh, under the astute leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, is championing education for all, empowering girls and women with education, and unlocking potentials of our 70 million young people every day with digitally empowered skills and education towards realizing a Vision 2021, becoming a middle-income country by 2021, and realizing the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's Golden Bengal. Our request to you is become golden people, Shonar Manush. While I wish you all the very best in your future lives and look forward to awarding many more outstanding achievers from our community in the years to come from the High Commission, not me, but many High Commissions after me, I also wish to see you strive harder to become the very best of British citizens, the very best of Bangladeshi British diaspora, staying connected to your ethnic roots and values, and most importantly, grow into good human beings with secular, inclusive, and tolerant values. As Martin Luther King Jr. in his book, In the Purpose of Education said, we must remember that is the goal of true education in not just being intelligent. We must have intelligence plus character. And we look forward to your character contributing to the British economy and society and connecting to Bangladesh. Nelson Mandela was a man who carried varied and numerous titles throughout his life. He was, among other things, a revolutionary, non-violence, anti-apartheid activist, philanthropist, human rights activist, the first black president of South Africa, and a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He even went through 27 years in prison for his efforts to bring harmony and equality in South Africa. One of his greatest legacies was his contribution to education. And he said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. From High Commission, I as the High Commissioner, we pray for you. We hope that you will also use your education to change this world, which is so much rife with terrorism, with intolerance, with xenophobia. I would end with a quote from a very favorite person of mine, Malala Yousafzai. In her book, I Am Malala, the story of the girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban. Once I had asked God for 1 or 2 extra inches in height. She thought she was short. But instead, he made me as tall as the sky, so high that I could not measure myself. Let us hope that you reach those heights and even higher for us and for our community, for Bangladesh and for Britain. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll bring some colors. A group of beautiful children to perform a group dance with a motivational liberation war song, Purbo Digonte, Surjo Utheche.
জনসমুদ্রে রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল মাগুন ছেড়ার হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল মাগুন ছেড়ার হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল হয়েছে কাল জোয়ার এসেছে জনসমুদ্রে রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল শোষণের দিন শেষ হয়ে আসে অত্যাচারীরা কাঁপে আস্তে আসে শোষণের দিন শেষ হয়ে আসে অত্যাচারীরা কাঁপে আস্তে আসে রক্তে আগুনে প্রতিরোধ করে রক্তে আগুনে প্রতিরোধ করে রক্তে আগুনে প্রতিরোধ করে রক্তে আগুনে প্রতিরোধ করে নয়া বাংলার নয়া সকাল নয়া সকাল নয়া সকাল পূর্ব দিগন্তে সূর্য উঠেছে রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল জোয়ার এসেছে জনসমুদ্রে রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল আর দেরি নয় উড়াও নিশান রক্তে বাজুক প্রলয়ের অভিশান আর দেরি নয় উড়াও নিশান রক্তে বাজুক প্রলয়ের অভিশান বিদ্যুৎ গতি হোক অভিযান বিদ্যুৎ গতি হোক অভিযান বিদ্যুৎ গতি হোক অভিযান বিদ্যুৎ গতি হোক অভিযান ছিঁড়ে ফেলো সব শত্রু জাল শত্রু জাল শত্রু জাল পূর্ব দিগন্তে সূর্য উঠেছে রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল রক্ত লাল জোয়ার এসেছে জনসমুদ্রে রক্ত লাল 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 রক্ত লাল
Thank you. Now, I'd like to request to share a few words. Honorable Member of the European Parliament, Jean Lambert, MEP, from the London region.
Well, thank you very much indeed for the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much indeed to the High Commissioner and to the Minister and honoured guests. It's always with a mixture of pleasure and intimidation that I stand on this platform at these events. It's great pleasure. I used to be a teacher before I was elected to the European Parliament. So it's always wonderful to see pupils who've done really well and worked and done what they should have done in the classroom with the help of their family and, of course, the staff, but mostly their own efforts, of course. But it's also huge intimidation because many of us look at the exam results that you've achieved and remember our own exam results and think, well, if I were not a member of the European Parliament, there is no way I would be on this stage because my results came nowhere close to yours. Within the European Parliament, I've had the pleasure for the last 10 years, half of my term there, of chairing the European Parliament's delegation, which has relations with 6 of the countries of South Asia, including Bangladesh. And it's wonderful to see the strides in development, and particularly that in education in that country. Because education is about power, it's about independence. It means that you can make your own choices, your own decisions. You're not dependent on other people for information or whatever. You can make choices, you can ask questions, you can come to your own conclusions. And in today's world, that's increasingly important, not only as well because this is a world that faces increasing uncertainty. And I don't only mean that in terms of the British political life at the moment, where we have ministers who unfortunately can't attend today, and we also have people in my position and our staff who still don't know whether we have a job at the end of the week or not. But there's bigger uncertainty around. And coming from my political background, one of the things that I particularly wanted to mention was the issue of climate change, which is a huge challenge for us, whichever part of the world we are in, where the way in which the world, the so-called developed world of Europe, America, elsewhere, has developed in a way which is really curtailing the life chances of those in other countries which are less resilient and have less opportunity to actually counteract what we have done. So we're a world that needs innovation, it needs cooperation, not narrow nationalism, and it needs young people with vision who will stand up for the future that they want and actually take forward, hopefully, a stronger leadership that values universal human rights, that values the opportunities for all, and also recognizes that we need to live together on the world which we have to share. So I wish you well in your futures. I'm sure you will do wonderful things, and I hope that they will be to the benefit of all of us in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member of the European Parliament. Respected guests, there is an acknowledgement notice. The wonderful dance performance we enjoyed, it was actually done by the children from Shoten Shen School of Performing Arts. Please put your hands together for Shoten Shen School of Performing Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have heard from some of the seniors. Now let's hear from the students who have come here for this award ceremony, how they're feeling and how they, what they think about this program. An acceptance speech by Ms. Tasnia Ahad on behalf of the GCSE students.
Assalamu alaikum. And say, my Lord have mercy upon them, as they have brought me up when I was small. Surah Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 24. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this verse, and as such, you would know that whom it refers to is indeed our parents. And so, onto my main point of thanks. We have gathered here today to commemorate the excellent achievement and outstanding results of our young Bangladeshi Asian community here in Britain. For this, I would like to express my thanks to the BHC for this great honour bestowed upon me today, to be here amongst such distinguished guests, as well as my many other remarkable fellow peers. We're all here on the basis of our amazing results. We outperformed expectations, and together are rising up and against societal norm, proving not only to ourselves, but also to society as a whole, what it is we are capable of. However, I believe it is more important for us to recognise that without our parents, none of this would have ever been comprehensible, let alone achievable, at least in my case. They say behind every successful person is their mother, and as cliché as it sounds, it's true. So thank you, parents, for everything you have done for me. My successes are completely your successes too. Off the back of our amazing GCSEs, we have now created for ourselves a springboard into the very top of society and into our rich and prosperous futures. How we use it now is completely down to every one of you, and I have the highest of hopes that we will all continue to grow against societal norms, against the grain, and use this to follow through on our dreams and aspirations. I believe with this continual support from our community, not only to congratulate us, but mainly to let us know that we have a strong community backbone looking out for us and wishing us nothing short of the best, we will continue to prosper. And thus, I'd like to thank the BHC again for all their support. As a short-term goal, I have always aspired to study medicine at a leading university and to become a doctor. For this, I pray you all make dua. However, not for your usual mainstream reasons. The idea of making a small but definitive difference in the lives of others, those less fortunate than ourselves, has always appealed to me. It was only recently, however, that I realised this difference I have the capability to incite could be much greater. Now going right back to our roots, our motherland. Not many of us were born there, but green and red blood continues to run through our veins. If we wish to truly make a difference, which I hope a lot of you do, we need to go back much further. We may be continuing to grow and rise as a community here in Britain, becoming ever more successful day by day. But at the end of the day, grades are grades. I know we all have it in us to be able to achieve our short-term dreams. However, life is about more than just that. I urge all of you to never forget your roots, and hopefully, like me, you all have a vision too, to one day make a difference to the lives of those less fortunate than us. And I'm sure that we together, as future leaders and the British Bangladeshi youth, have it within us to unite and rise as one, to break through that green and red stained glass ceiling. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Tasnia Ahad. Now an acceptance speech by Nasser Chaudhry on behalf of the A-level students.
Yeah, cool. That should be fine. Thank you. Okay. Her Excellency Bangladesh High Commissioner, Honourable Ministers, distinguished guests, parents and award winners, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'm really honoured to have the chance to speak to you all today as a young British Bengali. On behalf of everyone here, I want to thank the Bangladesh High Commission for recognising all our hard work with these events. Having sat down in this hall and watched this speech exactly 2 years ago, I never would have even thought about one day giving this speech. And for that reason, I feel truly blessed to stand here on this podium today. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I'm Nasser Chowdhury, and alhamdulillah, I've been blessed to study at Cambridge University. I'm currently in my first year studying engineering, and although it's a challenging environment, I find myself thriving in this opportunity I've been given. Yes, a lot of this is down to hard work and dedication, but it's also down to my support network, from the people that smile at me from across the hallway, all the way to my parents and grandparents who have given up so much for me to have such an incredible childhood. I have been privileged enough to be surrounded by some truly inspirational people, with both my parents and my older sister being doctors. And I'm sure we all have those annoyingly overachieving people in our families as well. It genuinely makes me so happy to see so many of my Bengali peers here today. You're all here for a reason. You've achieved something incredible, which puts you in the top 10% of the population. So you and your families have so much to be proud of. From just meeting a few of you today, I'm staggered by the breadth of talent here, and I can't begin to imagine what some of you in this very room may go on to achieve, whether it may be as a teacher, doctor, or movie director. We have the potential to do so much individually, so together the possibilities are endless. With the great influence we hold, we must consider what steps we are taking to promote Bengali culture. In such a cosmopolitan society here in Great Britain, we don't see enough representation of Bangladeshi culture. I was recently elected president of Cambridge University Bangladesh Society, and one of my biggest aims, thank you. One of my biggest aims was to grow our own independent platform through having our own speaker events, language workshops, food stalls and iftars, and finally having an exhibition night celebrating all things Bengali, because there aren't enough events like this which really celebrate Bengali brilliance. I want you to embrace the fish jokes, embrace our culture, and be proud of where you're from, because at the end of the day, we're all ambassadors for Bangladesh in this foreign country. Within our schools, our universities, and within our jobs, we have the opportunity to really change people's perceptions of Bangladesh. And the first step to promoting our culture is learning about it ourselves. And I promise you won't be bored. Our history and culture is so rich and diverse, as I'm sure your grandparents can testify to. They probably have the most amazing stories you never would have thought possible. So to all of you here today, my message for you is be proud of your Bengali heritage, be grateful to your parents who sacrificed so much for you, but most of all, be proud of yourselves because you all deserve to be here receiving these awards. I would like to finish by once again thanking the Bangladesh High Commission for hosting such a wonderful event, and of course, nothing would be possible without the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope the High Commission continues to play a valuable role in our community and that these celebrations continue for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasir Chowdhury, for your wonderful words. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have brought some exceptional youngsters who have already made their mark in different spheres. They are young, they are talented, and they are successful. We believe their words will inspire all our outstanding achievers today. So, the first speaker I'd like to request to share a few words. She is the president of Oxford University Student Union. She has previously served as the co-chair of the Oxford University Labour Club and has been the editor-in-chief of the university's student newspaper, the Oxford Student. Respected guests, please welcome Ms. Anisha Farooq.
Assalamu alaikum. As was said, my name is Anisha Farooq. I'm a Bangladeshi Brit, and I was recently elected to become Student Union President of Oxford University. I would like to thank the Bangladeshi High Commission for inviting me to give this address. It's wonderful to see so many young and intelligent students here from the Bangladeshi British diaspora. You've all made our community proud. The Bangladeshi British community has gone from strength to strength, and I know that with such a successful and bright young generation, we will continue to do so. These are the students that I hope to see applying to Oxford and Cambridge in the next few years. I come from a working class ethnic minority background. My mum is a teacher and my dad is a security guard. Going to Oxford was not something that I actually thought was realistic or that would ever be a possibility. But I was lucky to go to a good state school, Wembley High Technology College, where I was encouraged to apply to Oxford. But often young people from our community are not given enough encouragement and support. So I want to be able to stand here and encourage you all to apply, to reach for the best educational institutions in this country. Going to Oxford has given me so many opportunities, from being involved in political activism through my university Labour Club to student journalism through my university's newspaper. I hope that all these wonderful opportunities are pursued by these students who have achieved the GCSE and A-level grades to be able to apply to Oxford. It's important to celebrate the achievements of our community, of which there are many. Being the first Bangladeshi British president of Oxford University's Student Union, I suddenly found myself going viral in Bangladesh. I didn't realise how important my personal achievement was to the diaspora community, and I found myself thrust into a position of responsibility as a role model for younger Bangladeshi Brits. I hope that I can now use my platform to inspire other young people to contribute back to society and put themselves forward for important roles. Recently, there was a celebration here celebrating Bangladesh independence. I felt so much pride for our community. We have come so far in so few years. We've made a large contribution to British society and have become an integral part of this country. So I'd like to say congratulations to all the students here and all the parents that raised them. You have all made our community proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anisha Farooq. Ladies and gentlemen, our next young speaker, he's not only a young, successful fellow, but he's also very busy. He has a flight to catch today. He is the managing director within the Equity Solutions Group in the markets business at Barclays. He joined Barclays in 2001 at a very young age and has been responsible for extremely important banking duties. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Sadat Mannan.
Honorable Finance Minister, Your Excellency Ms. Saida Muna Tasnim, honorable guests, recipient of today's Education Achievement Award, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, assalamu alaikum, and adab to you all. I feel very privileged to be here, to be able to join you today in this celebration. When I reflect on some of the speeches from earlier today, and I reflect on the path ahead for most of you, I'm struck by one common theme. It's a theme about growth. How times have changed since I first came to this country in 1998. The UK remains still a top 6, top 7 economy in the whole world. It is perhaps the most open and pro-trade country that we know of. Yet, the economy of Bangladesh over the last 20 years has grown by a factor of 8. I remember when I first came to this country, our per capita GDP used to be less than $250. It's approaching $2,000 today. A large part of this growth that has happened has been possible because of the direct contribution of the people who are in this room today, through their remittances, through the FDI they have made, as well as the economic and cultural exchanges that has enriched both the countries over the last 20 years. Similarly, this population has enabled the growth of London itself. I'm reminded of an economic study from 2012 that looked at the labor force growth rate in London post the financial crisis. And one of the most striking results was the female employment participation rate from the Bangladeshi population in London grew from less than 20% before the financial crisis in 2007 to more than 50% now. It is that integration and that growth into the mainstream economy of London that has actually helped the economy of London being resilient over the last 10 years or so. And this has been possible through the parents and the general diaspora of Bangladesh who are here today and overall in London and the UK. I congratulate you all. When I look at the path ahead, I can see growth for both Bangladesh as well as the UK. According to the most recent economic studies, the economy of Bangladesh will grow from the 42nd largest economy to 23rd in the next 20 years. This happens to be the most productive and peak period of your own lives as well. This is a great opportunity. You are both in the UK as well as the doors of Bangladesh are open to you. Take advantage of that. Connect in both countries. Use your energy, enthusiasm, and drive to help the economies of both the countries. I thank you all for your great achievement, and I am super proud to be able to be a part of you and part of this celebration today. I congratulate all of you on these achievements, and we are all rooting for you. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the main attention of today's program, presenting the award to the first batch of outstanding achievers. And to do the honor, please welcome Mr. Fergus All, Director, South Asia Department Foreign and Commonwealth Office, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Bangladesh to the UK, Saida Muna Tasnim, and the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, His Excellency Mr. A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal, Honorable Finance Minister, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. The first recipient of awards today, Afnan Siam from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 9 nines, 1 A star and 1 A. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Afnan Siam. Thank you, Afnan Siam. The next recipient is Aksan Arif from Bancroft School, Woodford Green. He has got 7 nines, 2 A stars, and 1 A. My apology, this is a group of GCSE students. Thank you, Aksan Arif. The next recipient is Al Aswad from Forest Gate Community School. He has got 9 nines and 3 A stars. Thank you, Al Aswad. The next outstanding achiever today, Aneka Chaudhuri from Oaks Park High School. She has got 3 nines, 4 8s, and 2 7s. Ladies and gentlemen, Aneka Chaudhuri. The next recipient is Ashfia Tabassum Rahman from Northbridge House Senior School. She has got 2 nines, 4 8s, and 3 7s. Thank you, Ashfia. The next one is Esha Dev from the Latimer School. She has got 9 nines and 1 A star. Please put your hands together for Esha Dev. Thank you, Esha. The next recipient is Izaz Uddin from Kingsmead School. He has got 4 nines, 3 8s, and 1 7. Thank you, Izaz. The next recipient is Fardeen Ahmed Iqbal from Wilson School, Mollington. He has got 9 nines, 1 A star, and 1 A. Ladies and gentlemen, Fardeen Ahmad Iqbal. Thank you. The next recipient is Farjana Hawk from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 7 nines, 2 8s, and 1 A star. Thank you, Farjana Hawk. The next recipient is Firdausi Mia from Sir Christopher Hatton Academy, the Piglet. She has got 5 nines, 2 8s, and 2 7s, and 1 A star. Respected guest, Firdausi Mia. The next awardee is Intisar Asir Chaudhuri from King Award Grammar School. He has got 3 nines, 5 8s, 1 7, 2 A stars, and 3 A's. Please give a big round of applause for Intisar Asir Chaudhuri. The next awardee is Jessica Sidratul from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 5 nines, 4 8s, and 1 7. We have got plenty of students from Mulberry School for Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand for Mulberry School for Girls. The next awardee is Kaniz Sara from Mulberry School for Girls again. She has got 4 nines, 5 8s, and 1 7. Thank you, Kaniz Sara. Our next awardee, Kulsum Hawk, again from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 3 nines, 3 8s, 3 7s, and 1 A star. The next awardee is Mahamudur Rashid from Stepney Green School. He has got 7 nines, 2 8s, and 1 7. Ladies and gentlemen, Mahamudur Rashid. The next awardee is Maisha Karim from Plachet School. She has got 3 nines, 5 8s, 1 7, and 1 A. Thank you, Maisha Karim. The next awardee, Midhat Hassan from Enfield Grammar School. He has got 5 9s, 3 8s, 1 7, and 1 A. Please put your hands together for Midhat Hassan. Thank you, Midhat. The next awardee, Michael Mamnoon Rahman from Valentine's High School. He has got 3 9s, 6 8s, 1 7, and 1 A. Thank you. The next awardee, Muhammad Rakib Ahmed Mia from Sir John Cass Foundation and Redcoat Secondary School. He has got 4 9s, 1 8, 4 7s, 1 A star, and 1 A. The next awardee for tonight is Motahara Jannat from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 2 9s, 3 8s, 4 7s, and 1 A star. Thank you, Motahara Jannat. The next awardee, Muntaha Ahmed from St. Albans Girls' School. She has got 6 9s, 2 8s, 1 7, and 1 A star. Please put your hands together for Muntaha Ahmed. Thank you. The next awardee is Nabil Ahmed Khan from Ilford County High School. He has got 10 9s and 2 A stars. Ladies and gentlemen, the last recipient for the first batch, Neha Zaman from Edmonton County School. She has got 2 9s, 7 8s, and 1 A. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll hear from our Honorable Chief Guest. Please welcome the Honorable Finance Minister, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal.
Sorry. একটু তুলে ভালো হবে। Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Bangladesh in London, my dear friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, It is a wonderful event for me to be here with all of you, the iconic personalities of this planet. I was not supposed to be here. I had another appointment, and I am on my way to Washington, D.C. for another government job, but I owe so much to our excellent and very promising our High Commissioner. I could not believe it that an event could be run and delivered in London in such a fashion. So she is simply incredible. She has done a wonderful job, and I am very lucky. I am very fortunate. I am very fortunate that I am here with all of you people. My dear friends, our today's event mostly centering around our boys and girls who are living in this country. I miss them a lot. I have also a grandson and a granddaughter. They are very kids. They are studying here. But I do believe one day when they will finish their education, they will be going back to their own country, their homeland, the beloved country, all of us, the country we belong to, Bangladesh. It is my honest request to all of you. Today, you have achieved some success. It is not I should not say it is some success, it is a very big success. It is a success story for other successes. You are pursuing your education, you are acquiring knowledge. Knowing fully well, knowledge, education, and wisdom go hand in hand. And if we don't have wisdom, if we don't have education, in that case, our life becomes meaningless. My dear friends, even in our Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has instructed to pursue education and to earn wisdom on a number of occasions. In Surah Ar-Rum, if you get back home tonight, when you get back home tonight, you will pursue that ayah 9 in Surah Ar-Rum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, a person who is well known and who is educated, he is much better off, he is much superior compared to other person who is not education-wise, is not that well off. My dear friends, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, I have created the universe, and in this universe, to live in this universe, I have created men and women, humankind. And the humankind has been created from a man and from a woman. Then Allah said, then what I have done thereafter, I have subdivided and fragmented this whole universe into small communities so that you people know your own community very well so that you can take care of their problems. Your community people, when they need your help, need your support, you can support them. So that is the reason I am saying to all of my brothers and sisters and to all of you, that first of all, we must do believe in our country. We must have a trust in our country. Our Prophet ﷺ, he himself said in Hadith that a person who does not believe his country, who does not trust his country, he is not a good Muslim. Hubbul utani min al-iman. A person, in order to become a good Muslim, must have a trust and belief in his own country. So I'm saying, I'm sure definitely you are having a belief and faith in your country. Same way I'm saying to the youngsters who has received Christ tonight, For them, I have a few suggestions. My suggestion to them, that this is the beginning of their life. And they will have to go up and up. They'll have to go up. Definitely they'll have to go up, and they will raise themselves to a destination for who I'm sure they have an ambition. So my request to them, now this is a time for you, for your preparatory stage, and you must side by side have also your ambition in life. What you want to become, how you can serve the country, how you can help the people, how you can raise your communities' problems, solve their problems, and raise them to a standard where from they can dream a good life, a decent living. My dear friends, you see, life always is not smooth. In the life, always, sometimes it is bumpy. But our life has to be made meaningful. We'll have to make our life meaningful and purposeful. This is happening, and this should happen when we plan our goals, when we plan our targets according to our capability, and we look for the best. My dear friends, it is simply said, for a living, you need money, you need wealth. But for a life, life is eternal. For a life, you need to give whatever you are receiving now for your life, for your living. But for your life, you'll have to give the same thing. For your life, you will have to sacrifice lot many things. So I'm requesting you by quoting two gentlemen. One is Alexander the Great, you know all of them. All of you know Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, whenever he was moving to a war, before proceeding to war, he was having a meeting with his generals. And he used to tell to all the generals that, look, you are the greatest. None can beat you in this whole planet. So this was Alexander the Great. Another Greek general, he is Mr. Xiaphon. Mr. Xiaphon also, before a war, he was always having an advisory meeting with his advisors and was inspiring him, telling like that, look, gentlemen, war is never won by machines. War is won by man. So you got to be man. All of us got to be man in order to reach our ambition, and achieve our goals. If we don't have our goal well conceived, if we don't know our ambition in a thoughtful way, in a meaningful way, and in a proper way, in that case, we will not be able to reach our target. 400 years back, John Monk Ikkyu, a Japanese philosopher, he has very rightfully said, a man is never lost on his way if he himself does not know his way. So, my dear friends, you have done a wonderful job. I know because of you, as parents, as father, as mother, as guardians, your boys and girls today, they have outshone a lot of people, and then they have shown us something in front of us that we can trust Bangladeshis wherever they live in. So I am once again saying that you have done a wonderful job, and I am grateful to you. The way I am expressing my gratefulness to our Honorable High Commissioner, in the similar fashion, I am also grateful to you. You kindly You have to take care of your children, what they are doing, and how they are proceeding their things. And at one point of time, you will have to tell them to kindly come to Bangladesh, their own country. They will have to come to Bangladesh. If you don't come to Bangladesh, how they will come? You will have to keep coming to Bangladesh. All of you will be my guests in Bangladesh. So please come to Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a wonderful place. Bangladesh is a place you can very easily trust. You see, if I tell you about myself, then you will start believing. I was born in a village. From my family, there is no history that my father, grandfather, great-grandfather, or anybody from my family had been to a school or a madrasa even for an hour. I myself and my elder brother were the two persons who were lucky enough started going to a school. And even in myself, in my case, between class 7 to 10, between 7 and 10, on 3 occasions, my name was struck up of the register of students because I could not pay my tuition fees. 3 times, class 7 to 10. Then, okay, I got through in the matriculation, and then I had been to college. I had no money to stay in the hostels. So I was living in a lodging. You know what is lodging? I was teaching somebody else's boys or girls, and against that particular service, I was staying with somebody, and therefrom I completed my intermediate. But in intermediate, I had no money, again for form fill-up. So I could fill up my form on the last day, and somebody from my village, his name is Mr. Habibullah Mia, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him in heaven. So he was the man, on the last day of the form fill-up, he came up with the money and helped me for completing my intermediate examination. This is as simple as that, okay, fine. Thereafter, there are no problem, because I was getting enough scholarship in the university. I did my honors, masters, and then I did my graduation in law. Then I became a chartered accountant. Long back in 70, I am older than all of you in this room. I can bet I am older than all of you in this room. If you look at me, you will misunderstand me, I know that. But if I tell you I am 71, will you believe it? And in between, what I have not done, I became the elected president of International Cricket Council. I became the elected president of International Cricket Council. Royal Garden Hotel, I was staying here for 5 years because my all ICC meeting was conducted from here. So I was here, very close to you. You did not know me at that time. Even you did not repose any confidence on me that one day I will become a finance minister of Bangladesh. So Bangladesh is a wonderful place. I'm telling you this story to let you know what you have done during the last 10 years precisely. You will not believe it. The last statement on the 4th of April, it has been published by the World Bank. World Bank is saying, now we are the 5th largest economy in Asia. And by the year 2033, we shall be the 24th largest economy in the whole world. Just few days back, from England itself, you have published an article. During the last 5 years, in the whole world, our per capita GDP in Bangladesh is the highest in the world. Only India and China equals to Bangladesh. Equals to Bangladesh, not above. Equals to Bangladesh. And other than China and Bangladesh, China and India, we are on the top of everybody. My dear friends, 10 years back, our economic standing in the whole world, we were the 58th country in the world. In 10 years' time, out of the 10 years, 5 years, I was the chairman for the Parliamentary Standing Committee, Ministry of Finance, and our next 5 years I was the Ministry of Planning. And during this time, what we have done? From 58, now our position is 41st. We have toppled 17 countries in 10 years' time. It is simply incredible. None can do in the whole world. Debut yesterday, I have seen another news. Now IMF is saying, until 2050, 5 countries in the world, they will be the prime mover of the economy of the planet. Prime mover of the economies of this planet. 5 countries. Of the 5 countries, Bangladesh also included there. So Bangladesh is a place, it is there to create examples. You see, in 71 when we got our independence, of course I expressed my gratitude, profound gratitude towards the founding father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I was lucky. I am very fortunate compared to you. I could work with him only for 3 days. 3 days not in a go. On 3 occasions I worked with him. Then very unfortunately, in 75 we lost him. He is a wonderful person. He is a wonderful person and all of his blessings surround me. Now we are lucky. We have another person who is the legacy of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib. She is the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She is totally as if she is a replica of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib. One is a man and the other is a woman. I am working with her. I know what is his capability, level of understanding, and her perception capacity is very wonderful, very strong. He is a strong leader. And you have seen about her in the last 10 years, how many times, how many medals, how many awards she has received herself. Now she is being said, in the whole world, she is the 20th think tank. She is the 20th think tank in the world as world leaders. So these are the things happening in Bangladesh. What I'm saying, what you have done during the last 5 years, during the last 10 years, none can think of it. When I became the planning minister, the growth rate in the economy was 6.30%. Then next year it was 6.55. Next year it was 7.10. Next year it is 7.28. Year next it is 7.56. In the current financial year, it is 8.13 in the GDP. It is simply impossible on anybody's part to believe it like that. So I was missing one point. I was telling you, Bangladesh is always there to create examples. In the 70s, when just we got our independence, It was a war-ravaged country. We had no school. We had no roads. We had nothing. Our boys and girls could not go to schools. We had no money even to buy out books. Nothing was there. And we started our journey. At that time, two gentlemen, one from Britain, I will not mention his name, and one from Norway. Both of them has written a book on economics. And they have named the book A Case Study on Economic Development of Bangladesh. And what they have said, you know, they have said to the whole world that who are interested in economic affairs, if you want to know a poor country, in that case, go to Bangladesh. A poor country, a country subjected to cyclones, floods, and all these things. So go to Bangladesh. We were that much poor. So it was at that time. Now, situation is different. Now they are saying, World Bank, IMF, everybody is saying, if you want to know economic development, how a country can develop itself within the shortest possible time, go to Bangladesh. See yourself the development of Bangladesh in So this is Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a country of the warriors. Our people are aggressive and they also show what they should do at the right time. I was the president of ICC. You know that. But when I found our country was subjected to threat in the cricketing arena during my time while I was the president. What I have done, I have created another history. I am the first person in the cricketing history, the president of ICC, relinquished his position, resigned his position. So I have resigned from my position for what? For you people, to tell you the truth that never sacrifice against the country, never compromise against the country, never go against the country when your country is at stake. So, my dear friends, we have a target, 2030 and 2041. In 2041, we want to become the top 20th countries, one of the top 20th countries in the world. Top 20th countries, they are being considered as the richest countries. Now you know G20 group. So we want to become one of the top 20th and G20 group, and it is possible, inshallah. It is possible because as you could topple 17 countries in 10 years' time, now we have only 21 countries to be toppled in 21 years' time. So it is possible. 41, our standing now, 41 minus 21, so it is 20. Inshallah, in 2041, we shall be the 20th country in the whole world. So, my dear friends, believe in Bangladesh. I want one favor from you. You go to Bangladesh, or you go, not very frequently, but your children must go to Bangladesh. Wherever I will be living, my unfinished agenda to take the country to 2041, your boys and girls, they should take care of the position, the job, where I am leaving it for them. So please assure me that. Please assure me that. Will you do that? Will you do that? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Finance Minister, for his wonderful words. Ladies and gentlemen, before going further, may I have your kind attention, please? We have found a Visa debit card from Halifax of someone, Mr. A. Islam. If you could come to the sound management corner to collect your card, or if you want, you can give your PIN number. We would be grateful. Now, for the second batch of awardees to receive their awards today from the GCSE group, please welcome the first recipient, Nirvan Ratan Borua from Oaks Park High School. He has got 5 9s, 4 8s, and 1 A star. Thank you. The next recipient, Rafia Bashar Niha from Central Foundation Girls School. She has got 8 9s, 2 8s, and 1 A star. Thank you, Rafia. The next recipient, Ryan Ihsan Akram from Ernest Bevin College, Beechcroft School. Sorry, Ernest Bevin College, Beechcroft Road. He has got 1 9, 6 8, 1 7, 1 A star, and 1 A. The next recipient is Ridwan Ishtaik Abdullah from Verulam School, Brampton Road. He has got 4 8s, 4 7s, and 3 A's. Thank you, Ridwan. The next one, Sadia Kamali from Mulberry School for Girls. She has got 7 9s, 2 8s, and 1 7. Sadia Kamali, ladies and gentlemen. The next awardee, Shah Ihsan Ilahi from Preston Manor School. He has got 8 9s, 1 8, 2 A stars with 1 distinction.
জয়েন করতে বলছে মাইল জয়েন করছে জাস্ট এটা বলে প্রেজেন্টেশন লাইনে আচ্ছা একটু দাও মাইল স্টেজে জয়েন করছে হেড অফ আউটরিচ কনজারভেটিভ ফ্রেন্ডস অফ বাংলাদেশ.
Ladies and gentlemen, for doing the honor, now we have among us Mr. Miles Stacey. He has been a friend of Bangladesh for long years. He is the director, Conservative Party headquarters, and head of outreach, Conservative Friends of Bangladesh. And also, I'd like to request the deputy head teacher from Mulberry School for Girls, Ms. Joan Skellhorn. Next, I'd like to request to join the respected guests at this stage, Professor Tipu Aziz, Professor of Neurosurgery, Department of Surgical Sciences, University of Oxford. And her honored judge, Shapnara, Circuit Judge, East London Family Court and Kingston Crown Court. Our next awardee is Shanjida Hawk from Mulberry Academy, Shoreditch. She has got 7 9s, 2 8s, and 1 A. Thank you, Sanjida. The next recipient, Sunehra Chaudhuri from Forest Gate Community School. She has got 4 9s, 3 8s, 2 7s, and 2 A's. The next recipient, Tabassum Chaudhuri from King Edward VI High School for Girls. She has got 3 9s, 2 8s, 3 7s, 2 A stars, and 1 A. Please put your hands together for Tabassum Chaudhuri. The next recipient, Tahmid Rahman from Luxford School of Science and Technology. He has got 7 9s, 1 8, 1 7, and 1 A star. The next awardee, Tanzim Chaudhuri from St. Paul's Way Trust School. He has got 4 9s, 4 8s, and 2 A's. The next recipient, Tasmima Abedin from Kennett School. She has got 8 9s, 2 8s, 1 7, 1 A star, and 1 A. Thank you, Tasmima. The next recipient, Tasnia Ahad, Lancaster Girls Grammar School. We have heard from Tasnia Ahad today. She has got 8 9s, 1 8, and 1 7. Thank you, Tasnia, once again. The next recipient, Tachkera Khanam from East London Science School. She has got 9 9s, 2 A stars with distinction. Please put your hands together for Tachkera Khanam. The next awardee, Warda Fatima Binte Musabbir from Westcliff High School for Girls. She has got 7 9s, 2 8s, and 3 A stars. Thank you. The next recipient, Yasa Shafi Kazi from Woodhouse College. He has got 5 8s, 4 7s, 1 A star with distinction. Our next achiever, Zaharan Rahman from Hampstead School. She has got 5 9s, 3 8s, 1 7, and 1 A star. The last recipient of this batch, Mohammed Araf Hossain from Stopsley High School. He has got 6 9s, 2 8s, and 2 7s. The next recipient, Anika Jahan Ahmed from Camden School for Girls. She has got 6 9s, 1 8, 2 7s, and 2 A stars. And next, Abdul Rahman Mia from Sussex, Langdon Academy, Sussex Road. He has got 1 9, 2 8s, 3 A stars, and 5 A's. Thank you, everyone. Now, I'd like to request Mr. Fergus Old, Director South Asia, Foreign and Commonwealth Office, to share a few words.
Honourable Finance Minister, Your Excellency the High Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the students and their parents, Assalamu alaikum. I'm honoured to represent Her Majesty's Government as the Minister who is intending to speak needed to be in Parliament this evening. It's a rather busy week in Parliament. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of such an extraordinary group of young people and to look ahead to what more you can achieve on your continued educational journey. I've heard a lot from other speakers about doctors, engineers, and other professions, so I want to make sure that you're also considering diplomacy as one of the possible options for your futures. We want the UK to be the best place in the world to receive an education and for our young people to be global ambassadors for the UK. Your hard work, your drive, and your ambition are testament to what can be achieved when you give your all in an education system which seeks both to support you and stretch you to achieve your potential. We want to give all our young people the best start in life by providing them with a rich grounding of core knowledge and the confidence and skills to compete in an ever more competitive jobs market. To do this, we have reformed our education system, learning from the highest performing countries around the world. I'm sure that some of you will have been taught maths using maths mastery teaching methods that we have adopted from high-performing East Asian countries. These techniques are implementing real change in the way maths is taught in schools across England and are building students' enthusiasm for and confidence in the subject. Not only that, but we have new and more rigorous gold standard GCSEs to prepare our young people for future success and help deliver the skills Britain needs to be fit for the future. My own son will be sitting his GCSEs in a few weeks' time, so I have a little sense of what some of you have been through. I hope he does just as well as you have done. The statistics are clear. British students of Bangladeshi origin are a group who are excelling in the UK. The percentage of students of Bangladeshi origin achieving grade 5 or above in Maths and English GCSE in 2018 was above the UK average, whilst almost 300 pupils achieved 3 A's or better at A-level. Over 11,000 started higher education courses in the UK in 2017-18. And to see before me some of these top achievers brings home to me the importance of your success and gives me hope for the future entrepreneurs, teachers, engineers, diplomats, and leaders of our country. The UK and Bangladesh share important education ties, and we are both part of the Commonwealth family. It is right that we take this opportunity to celebrate the achievements of young British people of Bangladeshi origin, and that we work together, both bilaterally and under the Commonwealth banner, to improve outcomes for our future generations. We need to cooperate to ensure that all boys and girls receive 12 years of quality education. As Prime Minister Theresa May Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and other heads of government committed to at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London last year. We need to work together to give our young people the opportunity to broaden your horizons and your ambitions through initiatives such as the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarships, which provide cross-Commonwealth study abroad opportunities for our young people. This is a scheme to which the UK government is proud to have committed £5 million, as announced by the Duke of Sussex last April. Our shared commitment to the vital role of education in building prosperity, as well as diplomatic, political and cultural bridges, is something which binds the UK and Bangladesh together. I have no doubt that you will strive to reach your ambitions and make a valuable contribution not only to the UK and to Bangladesh, but to the Commonwealth and the wider global society in which we now live. Once again, it was a pleasure to join you this evening. Congratulations to all the students here and to your teachers and families. I wish you the greatest success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson, the Director of South Asia. He has been a great support for the High Commission and the country at large to excelling the Bangladesh-UK bilateral relations. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ferguson. Now, I'd like to invite another inspirational speaker. She is a Bangladeshi-born British judge. In 2006, she was appointed as a recorder of the Crown Court, becoming the first person of Bangladeshi origin in a senior judicial position. In 2014, she was appointed as a circuit judge to hear cases in the Crown and Family Court. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her honored judge, Khatun Shapnara.
Assalamu alaikum, Your Excellency, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real honour to be asked to address you this evening. I have regularly attended this event for a number of years now in order to demonstrate my commitment to the community that I come from. Today, as on all previous occasions, I am absolutely filled with profound admiration and pride to behold the outstanding academic achievements of all the young people being presented today. Less than a decade ago, the British community of Bangladeshi origin found itself at the bottom of the government table for educational achievement. That was, of course, explained in part by the poverty and disadvantages faced by a relatively newly arrived immigrant community. Today, significant progress has been made, and that sad statistic is no longer the case, and there is instead cause for celebration and continued optimism. I pay tribute to each and every one of you. Firstly, to the students. The demands and pressures placed on you today are unprecedented. I know only too well how tough it is for you. My youngest child is just about to sit his own GCSE exams. Ultimately, it is you alone who enters that examination hall and is required to perform under immense pressure. It is your dedication, application, and sacrifice which has secured these spectacular results. I pay my respects to your parents or guardians, and it is really their love, support, and guidance that has enabled you to reach that little bit further. And I must recognise the commitment and dedication of your teachers who have devoted their lives to a most noble profession. Never again will you experience a situation where the efforts of everyone in your life is focused purely on your welfare and to helping you to achieve the best that you can. So this is the time for you to reap all the benefit that you can. I hope that you will agree that the confidence you acquire as you continue along the path of education must never be at the cost of forgetting where you come from, who you are, and your own unique sense of identity. That is your strength, not your weakness. And an inherent part of that strength is your Bangladeshi heritage. I hope to see you all featured in the British Bangladesh Power and Inspiration list. Abdalullah, who runs that, is here with us this evening. I hope with all your future success yet to come, that you take a moment to pause and to reflect and remember, and perhaps in your own way to honour all those who helped you achieve your dreams and ambitions. For no man or woman is an island. Please remember, though, that academic achievement is only one part of education as a whole. It is vital that you take all the time to nurture your personal well-being and take time to enjoy other social and cultural aspects of life, which will enhance your academic learning and help you develop the critical skill of social intelligence and emotional intelligence. I am particularly pleased to see so many young women achieving. I think I counted, on balance, more young women than young men this evening. That is testament to a community which has worked hard to overcome its own reticence at times in the past, to permit its daughters to spread their wings and fulfill their ambitions. In this way, we are now giving effect to the teachings of Islam, which we know does not impose any restriction on the pursuit of education and greatness for girls. And what better role model for them than the hugely talented, dynamic, and progressive female High Commissioner we are privileged to have as the representative of Bangladesh in the UK today. I know personally all too well the transformative power of education, how you can break down social barriers, increase social mobility, achieve greater social equality, and attain crucial economic independence, which gives you real choices and increases the circumstances of your family as a whole. Education has changed my life and provided me with privileges and opportunities I had never thought possible. Education, for its own sake, is worth the investment you make. It pays the highest returns. My late mother used to say to me, people can take away your wealth. They can even take away your health at times, but no one can take away the knowledge that you gain. You've already heard him quoted, the great Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I urge you all, this class of 2019, to go into the future with pride and conviction in yourselves. You have earned it. Indeed, with your continued own hard work, good fortune, and by the grace of Allah, the whole world is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Honor Judge Shapnara. Ladies and gentlemen, today this is truly a moment of celebration, and to add more joy to that, I'd like to request a small group of children for another dance performance. They will be dancing with Dhitang Dhitang Bole.
ধিতাং ধিতাং বলে কে মা দোলে তান তোলে কার আনন্দ উচ্ছলে আকাশ ভরে জোছনায় ধিতাং ধিতাং বলে কে মা দোলে তান তোলে কার আনন্দ উচ্ছলে আকাশ ভরে জোছনায় আয় ছুটে সকলে এই মাটির ধরা তলে আজ হাসির কলরলে নতুন জীবন গড়ি আয় আয় রে আয় লগন বয়ে যায় মেঘ গুর গুর করে চাঁদের সীমানায় পারুল বন্ডাকে চম্পা ছুটে আয় বর্গিরা সভাকে কোমর বেঁধে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় দিনাক না তিন তিনা এই বাজারে প্রাণ বিনা আজ সবার মিলন বিনা এমন জীবন বিতা যায় দিনাক না তিন তিনা এই বাজারে প্রাণ বিনা আজ সবার মিলন বিনা এমন জীবন বিতা যায় এ দেশ তোমার আমার এই আমরা ভরি খামার আর আমরা গড়ি স্বপন দিয়ে সোনার কামনায় আয় রে আয় লগন বয়ে যায় মেঘ গুর গুর করে চাঁদের সীমানায় পারুল বন্ডাকে চম্পা ছুটে আয় বর্গিরা সভাকে কোমর বেঁধে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় আয় রে আয় ধিতাং ধিতাং বলে কে মা দোলে তান তোলে কার আনন্দ উচ্ছলে আকাশ ভরে জোছনায় ধিতাং ধিতাং বলে কে মা দোলে তান তোলে কার আনন্দ উচ্ছলে আকাশ ভরে জোছনায় আয় ছুটে সকলে এই মাটির ধরা তলে আজ হাসির কলরলে নতুন জীবন গড়ি আয় আয় রে আয় লগন বয়ে যায় মেঘ গুর গুর করে চাঁদের সীমানায় পারুল বন্ডাকে চম্পা ছুটে আয় বর্গিরা সভাকে কোমর বেঁধে আয় আয় রে 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 আয় রে
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another wonderful performance from the Shokten Shen School of Performing Arts. I would like to request to put your hands together for Shokten Shen School of Performing Arts again. At this stage, I'd like to request to come on stage another inspirational speaker. He is the professor of neurosurgery at the University of Oxford. His work is aimed at the development of novel treatments for Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and neuropathic pain. He started the UK's first functional neurosurgery unit dedicated to research on novel approaches to the surgical treatment of brain disorders. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Professor Tipu Aziz.
Your Excellency, the Bangladesh High Commissioner, and certainly all the students that I've seen today, Thank you for having me. As a first-generation British Bangladeshi immigrant, I felt it was worth sharing my experience with the younger generation to show them what can be achievable in their British educational system, if you have the determination, and I've seen a lot of that tonight. My mother was a single parent who brought us 4 children to the UK in 1973, having seen that for 10 years we missed out on schooling. She brought us to Oxford, because Oxford schools were happy to accept us with the little education we had. And I remember studying for my O-levels at the College of Further Education. And what was remarkable was the dedication of the teachers there. When they saw I was determined to learn, these teachers would come an hour, maybe 2 hours before their day started to give me extra tuition. And from there, with my A-levels, I went on to university, London, to study physiology and subsequently medicine. My mother moved to London to work as a social worker to support her 4 children through school. During medicine, I became interested in the surgery of movement disorders, Parkinson's disease, and therefore went on to Manchester to study ways of improving that surgery using monkeys. And the conclusions I drew then were very central to the development of deep brain stimulation as it is today. And as a result of that work, over 250,000 people around the world have had surgery. And also the work that I started in Oxford has now become a widely accepted specialty. Today, what do? I train many surgeons, I develop tools for surgery, and I also have led a public campaign under police protection for the continuation of animals in research. I continue training and research into pain, movement disorders, and development of better technology. Looking back, it is hard to imagine in another country that with 3 O-levels when my mother brought us to England, that I could now become professor of neurosurgery at the same city and in one of the world's best universities. I truly believe that in the UK, if you have that spark in yourself, be it in academia, be it in business, or whatever, follow it. Setbacks will happen, success will follow. The UK is a wonderful place to be in. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Tipu Aziz. Now, I'd like to request our next inspirational speaker and our today's last inspirational speaker. He is the first criminal barrister of Bangladeshi origin to be appointed as Queen's Counsel, one of the youngest barristers to be appointed Queen's Counsel, and he has been described by the Court of Appeal as an advocate of great eloquence. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Barrister Mozammel Hossain QC.
Madam Chair, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Bangladesh, ladies and gentlemen, and you, the real stars of the show, I'm most delighted to be here. When I was invited, the first secretary told me that I had to say a few words of encouragement. So for inspiration, I called my nephew, who is 15, yesterday. So I said to him, what would inspire you most or encourage you? He said, lots of cash and video games. I thought he got his priorities right. But anyway, huge congratulations for doing so well. And no doubt you're very proud of yourselves, and you should be. And you have made all of us proud too. Thank you. Now, I have no doubt, and I truly believe, as no doubt those who love you and care about you, they believe, you'll achieve great things to come. You can only do that, I think, if you believe that yourselves. And no doubt you will find something in life that you care about, you're passionate about. And I think, in my short journey in life, that if you love something you do and you're passionate about, then you can achieve anything in life. And I hope you do that with empathy, a sense of justice, and fairness. And as Judge Khatun Shapnara said, your difference in this country, in Great Britain, I hope you will agree with me, your difference should be an advantage, not an impediment at all. It is a great country that celebrates difference. So I hope the fact that you have two identities, the British identity and Bangladeshi identity, that gives you an edge. And as long as you, whatever you decide to do, as long as you make it your own and you stamp your own personality, nothing, nobody can stop you. And sometimes in life you may think there are some hurdles, but trust me, and others will tell you, whatever worries you today, you may not remember in a year's time or 2 years' time. So as long as you're focused and you have a sense of purpose in what you want to do, you can achieve anything. Now, about me, a little bit. I was born in Bangladesh, in a little village, in a place called Borishal. Now, no doubt your parents and grandparents bought the life of you, saying they walked to school barefoot in muddy fields. I have done that. Until I was 14, I lived in a village with no electricity, no running water. I remember in rainy season, I used to walk to school barefoot. My sister had to pull me out of mud. And then I went to Dhaka. I came here to England at the age of 21. My mother, who has been, I think for all of us, I'm youngest of 8 in the family, for all of us, most inspiring figure. She's 87. She never went to school. She can't read or write. But she always told us this, that you must be hungry for something you want. And a Bengali word you might understand, you must have jid to achieve it. And I have tried to follow that in my life. I don't say that I have achieved greatness or done that well in life. But I think whatever I have done, I've always had a sense of purpose and a sense of fairness. And I think, rightly or wrongly, I believed in myself, and I hope you do the same. And with great impatience, I will wait to see all the great things you achieve. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Barrister Mozammel Hossain QC. Ladies and gentlemen, now our next batch of outstanding achievers will receive their awards today. And for doing the honor, I'd like to request to come up to the stage Her Excellency, the Bangladesh High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Saida Muna Tasnim, Mr. Miles Stacey, Director, Conservative Party Headquarters, Mr. Mehfuz Ahmed, Chairman, Conservative Friends of Bangladesh, Barrister Mozammel Hossain QC, Professor Tipu Aziz, and a renowned and eminent personality from the Bangladesh community in the UK. He was a close associate of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Mr. Sultan Mahmud Sharif. Now I'd like to request the first recipient, Ali Anis from Brampton Manor Academy. This is the awardees group from A level. And Ali Anis, he has got 3 A stars. Thank you, Ali Anis. Our next recipient, Ananya Rahman Chaudhuri from Harris Westminster School. She has got 1 A star and 3 A's. Our next recipient, Anisa Ashraf from King Edward VI Academy. She has got 3 A stars. Next recipient, Akib Ahmed Chaudhuri from Newham Collegiate. And he has got 2 A stars and 1 A. Our next awardee, Azmain Zarif from Ilford County High School for Boys. And he has got 3 A stars. Our next recipient, Fayaz Mustafa from King's College London Mathematics School. And he has got 1 A star and 2 A's. Thank you, Fayaz Mustafa. The next recipient, Zavid Ahmed from Bishop of Llandaff Church in Wales School. He has got 3 A stars and 1 A. Now we'll be having another outstanding achiever from Mulberry School for Girls, Leah Zahara Akhtar. She has got 3 A's. The next recipient, Masuma Chaudhuri from Woodhouse College. She has got 3 A's. Thank you, Masuma Chaudhuri. The next recipient, Maimuna Jahan Sara Salim from Woodford County High School. And she has got 4 A stars. Thank you, Maimuna Jahan. The next recipient, Muhammad Nabil Chaudhuri from City of London School. And he has got 3 A's. The next recipient, Muhammad Ali Akbar from Bedford Modern School. And he has got 3 A stars. Thank you. Next awardee, Muhammad Shyamul Obeda from Bishop Vases Grammar School. He has got 3 A stars and 1 A. The next awardee, Momita Ahmed Chaudhuri from Newham Collegiate. She has got 1 A star and 3 A's. The next recipient, Naim Shah from Newham Collegiate. And Naim Shah has got 3 A's. The next awardee, Nipu Khan from the Forest Academy. And Nipu Khan has got 3 A's. Last awardee of this batch, Rad Sifat Siddiqui from Xavier's Grammar School. My apologies, St. Olaf's and St. Xavier's Grammar School. And Rad has got 1 A star and 3 A's. Now we'll be having our next batch of outstanding achievers to receive their awards. The first recipient of this batch, Rafi Chaudhuri from the Sixth Form College, Farnborough. And he has got 2 A stars and 1 A. Thank you, Rafi Chaudhuri. The next recipient, Raisa Bhuiya from Brampton Manor Academy. Raisa Bhuiya. She has got 1 A star and 2 A's. Ladies and gentlemen, Raisa Bhuiya. The next recipient, Rohan Mitro Borua from Oaks Park High School. He has got 2 A stars and 1 A. Thank you, Rohan Mitra Barua. The next awardee, Saqib Itban Mahmood from London Academy of Excellence. Saqib Itban Mahmood. He has got 1 A star and 2 A's. The next recipient to receive the award today, Saima Sayed from Woodford County High School. And she has got 1 A star and 3 A's. Thank you, Saima Sayed. Our next awardee to receive the award, Sanjida Yasmin from Mulberry School for Girls. And Sanjida has got 1 A star and 2 A's. And next, we'll have Shabab Rahman from Bancroft School. Shabab has got 2 A stars and 2 A's. Thank you, Shabab Rahman. Next, we'll be having Shafiat Islam Dewan from St. Mary's Roman Catholic School. And Shafiat Islam has got 4 A stars. Our next awardee, Shah Fahimur Rahman from London Academy of Excellence. And he has got 3 A's. The next outstanding achiever, Spandon Bishas from Lawrence Sheriff School with 2 A stars and 1 A. Our next achiever, Tahmid Saif Islam from the Judge School with 3 A's. Thank you, Tahmid Saif Islam. Our next awardee, Tamanna Tasnim Abul Kashem from Mulberry School for Girls with 1 A star and 3 A's. Next awardee will be having Wasif Rahman from Queen Mary's Grammar School with 2 A stars and 1 A. Next we have Yusuf Ahmed from Rochdale Sixth Form College. And he has got 1 A star and 2 A's. Ladies and gentlemen, Yusuf Ahmed. Now, the next recipient, Abu Yusuf Furkan from Latimer Grammar School with 2 A stars and 2 A's. The next recipient we have Nasser Chaudhary from Bancroft School with 4 A stars. We have heard from Nasser today. Please put your hands together for Nasser Chaudhary. Next we have, the last one for this batch, Paulomi Sarkar from Hills Road Sixth Form College. Paulomi Sarkar has got 3 A stars and 1 A. বাংলা গ্রুপ কি বাংলা গ্রুপ মানে কি Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll be having some exceptional, outstanding achievers today who have done extremely well in the Bangla subject in the GCSE level. I'd like to request Afnan Sayam, Maisha Karim, Midat Hassan, Motahara Jannat, and Rafia Bashar Niha to come up to the stage and please receive your awards today. Awards to the last batch of outstanding achievers today. Councillor Junab Ali. For excellent, outstanding result in Bangla in the GCSE level, the first recipient I'd like to request to receive the award, Afnan Saem from Mulberry School for Girls. Afnan has got A star in Bangla. The next outstanding achiever for Bangla in GCSE level, Maisha Karim from Plachet School. She has received A. Then we have Midat Hassan from Enfield Grammar School with an A in Bangla. Thank you, Midat. Next, we have Motahara Jannat from Mulberry School for Girls with an A star. Please put your hands together for Motahara Jannat. Respected guests, our last awardee for tonight, Rafia Bashar Niha from Central Foundation Girls School with an A star in Bangla in the GCSE level. Now I'd like to request Rafia Bashar Niha to share a few words in Bangla.
আমি বাংলাদেশ ভালোবাসি।
ধন্যবাদ রাফিয়া বাশার নিহাকে। আমরা সবাই বাংলাদেশকে ভালোবাসি, আমাদের নিজেদের দেশকে ভালোবাসি। Now, I'd like to request Mr. Miles Stacey, Director, Conservative Party Headquarters, to share a few words.
Just a little bit higher. Yes, good. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. Thank you so much to the Bangladeshi High Commission for inviting me here tonight and to present these awards to these outstanding students and to speak here before you. Thank you everybody for making the big effort to come and share your company and share your joy. Thank you. I want to begin by congratulating all of the students here tonight. Obviously, they've achieved an enormous amount already in life. But there are plenty of students out there still making their way. And what I want to do is pay tribute to those people as well who are also making their way to this stage one day. And I know that there will be plenty more events like this in the future to commend excellent achievement. I also want to pay tribute to the wonderful High Commissioner, Her Excellency Tasneem, the wonderful Deputy High Commissioner Zilkar. People like Shafi at the High Commission have been wonderful to me and have been exemplary in the events that they've organised throughout this year. Thank you. I also want to pay tribute to the wonderful British Bangladeshi diaspora, many of whom I have met with my work for the Conservative Party. People like Mukim Ahmed. Mukim is a wonderful man, one of the first people to make their way in this country and succeed, to break through barriers and glass ceilings. Thank you so much, Mukim, for everything you've done. I also pay tribute to Mehfuz Ahmed, one of the most brilliant volunteers that you'll ever meet. He's given an enormous amount of time to Conservative Friends of Bangladesh. He invited me to Bangladesh 2 years ago, to the Rohingya refugee camps, to Sylhet, to Dhaka. Without Mehfuz, I would not be here tonight. Thank you so much, Mehfuz Ahmed. I don't think he's heard me, but I thank you, Mehfuz. Thank you also to Bajlor Rashid. I'm not sure if Bajlor is here tonight, but he has done an enormous amount of work for the community as well. Thank you, Bajlor, for your work. 6 years in charge of the Bangladeshi Caterers Association. Thank you for your work at the UK BCCI, and people like Iqbal Ahmed as well do an enormous amount. I thank you all so very much. Now, I want to say that I was like plenty of the Bangladeshis in this room. Making my way in life, I was born to a Jamaican mother who's been a nurse all of her life. My father has been a social worker. I had many challenges and my parents had not been to university. I was at the back of class with 1 year to go, and I broke through all the challenges that I needed to, making my way from D's, E's and F's all the way up to A-star grades as well. I achieved that in 1 year and then made my way to Cambridge University, then to Oxford University, where I studied for a master's degree at the same time as another master's degree at Cambridge. I studied for 2 degrees at the same time, which is almost unheard of, probably illegal, but I enjoyed it and I wanted to do my best to shine. So I stand with all of those high-flying Bangladeshis, and I commend the 2 excellent speakers from Oxford and Cambridge universities tonight, our wonderful professor, and everybody else, the minister who has made his way here very kindly, and everybody else who have given up their time tonight. Thank you. And lastly, I just want to commend the exemplary response of the British Bangladeshi community to the awful terrorist attacks in New Zealand against Muslims at the mosques in Christchurch. I commend the British Bangladeshi community for their response in this country, bringing people from different faiths together. I stand with you. I also want to commend the wonderful response of the New Zealand Premier, Jacinda Ardern. I think she has been brilliant, and I think we should all look up to people like her as role models. I know that the Conservative Party does not have a British Bangladeshi MP yet, but I know that that day is not far away. We have people making their way through the system at the moment. I myself am British Jamaican heritage, and there are no Caribbean MPs for the Conservative Party yet either. But that will change too. And we are here to put in our effort, and we have friends, no matter what party they are in, to help us get there. It's about all communities being represented, no matter what party they are in, and I'm there to share my journey with you. I can tell you that having been at the back of class, anything is possible. I am a school governor, and one thing I like to do is to show my students a video, and that is of Usain Bolt winning any race. If you stop the tape after a few meters, you will find that Usain Bolt is at the back in every race he starts. But what matters is how he finishes, and this is what I say to all of my students, that you can be at the back, but it's also how you finish. So don't worry, everybody has a chance, and opportunity is there for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miles Stacey. Now, I'd like to request a respected representative of the Bangladeshi community in the UK to share a few words, Mr. Sultan Mahmoud Sharif.
This is, in fact, a gathering of our most brilliant children, young children, and a gathering of their parents, and those of us who came here to thank them for contributing to the knowledge, world knowledge, and contributing to the prestige, honor, and dignity of my beloved country, Bangladesh. I am so pleased, very pleased, to see that the Bangladesh High Commission here has this year organized this function so nicely, so very well. I am pleased that this was started by our High Commission quite some time ago, and every year they were able to bring quite a lot of our brilliant children. This is not extensive, this is partial, because everybody do not know about it, and so not every child or their parents can get the information in time so that they can enlist their children. I would request the High Commission to make more effort so that all our children who are brilliant and who are spread all over this country should be informed, their parents should know, then we would be able to gather our children once a year of that time and express our satisfaction, inform about their qualities, and enrich ourselves with the knowledge that they are doing very well. In last few years, our children who have been coming here and who didn't come, a lot of them have gone to the top universities of the world, to the top institutes of technology and other institutes. As a result, we have a big bank of young people. Bangladesh today, under the leadership of the present government, and particularly Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister of the country, is doing very well. And we desperately need contribution of our young generation, total contribution and commitment of our young generation to help Bangladesh in its effort to become one of the top countries. As my finance minister has told you, that we will be one of the top 20 countries of the world. And if we want to be one of the top 20 countries of the world, and then we have to compete with every other country which is also making progress. And if we want to do that, we must use the knowledge, energy, experience, and brightness of our young people and utilize it to such an end that they can enrich Bangladesh in each and every sphere of life. Today I welcome these young men, and through them I welcome the new young people and the parents to encourage their children so that they become brilliant people, and they, in one side, they contribute to Bangladesh totally and entirely, as well as they become a part of world citizenship membership and contribute to the knowledge of the world and become quite distinguished in every sphere of knowledge. I would very much thank again the Bangladesh High Commission, its staff and officers and the community here who have encouraged and helped and supported the effort of Bangladesh government, Bangladesh High Commission, and we must keep up the spirit of enlisting our young boys and girls, encouraging them to become part of their forefathers' motherland, Bangladesh, and part of the world citizenship, and contribute in every sphere in their lifetime. I wish them best, and like my finance minister and high commissioner have told you, that you will be supported by them in every sphere of life. The present government is working very hard to help enrich the country with every opportunities of life, and in that your contribution, your support, your encouragement, your work and your ability would be most valuable. I wish you all wonderful time in life and a happy life, and through you, you will make Bangladesh a happier country. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you, Sultan Mahmud Sharif, for your wonderful words. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the end of today's program. Now we'll be having our last cultural performance by Shothen Sen School of Performing Arts. We have Bangladesh Udichi Shilpi Goshti Juktorajya Sangshad incorporating all these wonderful cultural performances. And all these wonderful, wonderful performances were choreographed by Ashabori Rashid. Please give a big hands for them, Bangladesh Udichi Shilpi Goshti Juktorajya Sangshad and Ashabori Rashid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before the performance, I'll be taking a leave for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us today for this event. We're truly honored by your presence here. Your presence makes us proud, and your support makes us grateful and make us believe that together we can create wonderful, wonderful moments. Thank you, and enjoy the dinner. Thank you.
ফাগুনের মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা। কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় ও মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় কন্যের তোর ভাবনা ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় রে ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় ও মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় কন্যের তোর ভাবনা ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় রে ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় কোন চেনা দেশের তরে তোর সাথে ইতে পান্তরে মোর মনের প্রজাপতি নাচি নাচি ঘুরি ঘুরি উড়ি উড়ি উড়ে যায় মন হারানোর ঠিকানায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় কবিতা সুরের অন্তরে ঝিরঝিরি ঝরনা ধারায় নতুন রং ঝরে প্রেম রাঙা মোর কবিতা সুরের অন্তরে ঝিরঝিরি ঝরনা ধারায় নতুন রং ঝরে সবুজে সবুজে হৃদয় কেমন করে সবুজে সবুজে হৃদয় কেমন করে ও মোর দিন উড়িয়া যায় রে দিন উড়িয়া যায় কন্যের তোর ভাবনা গুনগুনিয়ে যায় রে গুনগুনিয়ে যায় ও মোর দিন উড়িয়া যায় রে দিন উড়িয়া যায় কন্যের তোর ভাবনা গুনগুনিয়ে যায় রে গুনগুনিয়ে যায় তোর স্বপনের ভ্রমরি মোর প্রেমেরও প্রহরী তোর স্বপনের ভ্রমরি মোর প্রেমেরও প্রহরী হৃদয়েরও বাগিচায় নাচি নাচি ঘুরি ঘুরি উড়ি উড়ি উড়ে যায় মন হারানোর ঠিকানায়